Hey YouTube, it's Neptorka here, back for another reaction video. This time we have a legendary banner. We have a legendary Ayra and Mythic Athos, which is pretty exciting. A lot of people have been really wanting some of these old mythic heroes, and they almost always do them around this time of year. You know, this is around when we got Fomortis. I mean, we just get the really different, like the really, I guess, mythic heroes around this time of year. So, I'm excited. So, I'm interested that it's a double banner. I wonder why it's a double banner, but it is what it is, and I'm not gonna complain because I love Ayra. So, let me double check and make sure that the volume. Okay, the volume is running. So, let's go ahead and take a look at it. And we'll go through these immediately after I see them.
I am Athos. Many centuries ago, I fought in the Scouring as one of the 8 legends.
So he's one of those new heroes with that can bring in the call circle. It's going to be on the defense side. So he has Blessed Aureola. I don't know if I pronounced that right. That's the same tome that Guinevere usually has. So accelerate special trigger, effective against magic foes for allies within 3 rows, 3 columns centered on unit. Grants attack defense res +5 during combat, and also if an ally's attack can trigger ally special, grants special cooldown count -1 to ally before their first attack during combat, and also if ally cannot perform follow-up attack and attack. If ally cannot perform a follow-up attack and attack twice, grants special cooldown count -1 to ally before their first attack during combat. So, it's like Ophelia. Like, it's if you're only able to nuke, they're going to make sure you can really nuke, essentially. If there's an ally within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, grants bonus to units attack defense res equal to 20% of units res at start of combat +5, deals damage equal to 20% of units res, reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of units res, and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack during combat. Okay. If there's an ally within 3 rows of 3 columns centered on unit and foe uses magic, grants attack +10 to unit during combat, and also if foe initiates combat, unit can counterattack before foe's first attack. Okay. So, let's go through the entire kit before I make judgment on this. So we have Frost Moon, which is a new special. It's probably going to be, my guess is it's going to be special just to him, but we'll see. When special triggers, boosts damage by 70% of units res and neutralizes foes, reduces damage by X%. Effects from foes' non-special skills. If unit cannot perform follow-up attack and attack twice, grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack during combat. Okay, actually looking at that, it may be that there may be no restrictions on this. This may be available to everyone. Let's see the rest of this goes. If there's a PRF, okay. I was about to say, if there's a PRF, then I'm pretty sure that Frost Moon is going to be available to anyone. So, we have Beyond Reason, which just grants a flat attack defense res +10. I hope that there's a lot here because, in all honesty, if his weapon wasn't very... Well, let's get into it. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at start of combat, grants bonus to units attack defense res equal to A plus B. A equals 2 times the number of penalty effects active on foe, and foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on that foe, excluding stat penalties, max 12. B equals 2 times the current penalty on units' respective stats, calculates each stat penalty independently, neutralizes foes' bonuses to attack res, and reduces damage from foes' first attack by X% during combat. And restores 7 HP to unit after combat. This skill is beyond reason. So There's so much math in this skill. Why? Um, and then he has attack, res, discord, and pulse up ploy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this unit is that great. It's like a great individual unit, but it does nothing for like the team. I think Rune's a lot better. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Rune, but I think Rune gives a lot more to your team. In terms of support, he gives attack, defense, res +5 during combat. And he gives like the ally special. He gives accelerate special trigger to his allies. So this is really good. But I don't know if they have stuff like Little Ike, I think it is, that reduces your special at the start of combat. Like, it doesn't mean anything. You know, maybe I'm missing something here, but I feel like this is not a great unit. Maybe that's just me. It's a very selfish unit. A lot of math for no reason. But it's a pretty selfish unit, and I don't know. Blue Tome. Alright, let's see here. Let's watch this here. Okay. I might be missing something, but I honestly don't see it.
Perish in flame!
That was a very GBA animation. That was awesome. At first I was like, this animation sucks. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, that was pretty GBA. Awesome.
I will crush you.
Gosh, Braymon's got cooler effect. Oh my gosh. I love.
For you, I will wield my blade.
Ayra was one of the first units that I really wanted.
I am ready.
Okay. We have Sword of Isaac. Accelerate special trigger. I was thinking to myself, I was like, she's a sword unit, right? Of course she's a sword unit. Accelerate special trigger. At start of turn, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed +6, potent follow, and neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat to unit and allies within 2 spaces of a unit. To unit, like, this is like that small little tiny paragraph, like, already makes this unit better than Athos. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants bonus to unit's attack, speed, defense, res equal to 5 plus 15% of unit speed at start of combat. And also, if potent follow X% has triggered and X is less than or equal to 99, then X equals 100. Unit deals plus Y times 5 damage. Y equals the number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses, plus number of penalty effects active on foe, excluding stat penalties, max 5, excluding area of effect specials, and reduces damage from foes' first attack by Y times 3 during combat. And also, when foes attack triggers, foes special reduces damage by Y times 3. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, restores 7 HP to unit after combat. I am blown away by how much math is in Athos's PRF. This is ridiculous. Like, I think they should, if they have to put 2 different variables in the description for sword or for skill, whatever, they've gone too far. There should only be 1 variable, period. So this is just stupid, man. I'd rather see attack speed, defense, res plus 10, you know, than all of this, you know, differential equations just to figure out how much damage you'll do. It's annoying. Okay. Regardless, the Sword of Isaac's way better than the Athos' weapon, in my opinion. We have Crusader's Astra. When special triggers, boosts damage by 40% of unit speed and neutralizes foes, reduces damage by X% effects from foes' non-special skills. Grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack and before each of the unit's follow-up attacks during combat. And also, when special is triggered during follow-up attack, prevents foes' specials that are triggered by unit's attack. If unit or foe's special is ready or triggered before or during this combat, reduce damage from foe's next attack by 40%. And on special skills, first attack for each of the unit's follow-up attacks during combat. So, grants, this is kind of huge. Grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack and before each of the unit's follow-up attacks during combat. And when unit special is triggered during follow-up attack, prevents foes' specials that are triggered by unit's attack. So, this may be our solution to some of the some of those fighter skills out there. Attack speed excel, speed taker 4, which speed taker 4 I think was on Emblem Lyn, I think. And then we have Brutal Tempest, enables Canto distance +1, max 4. At start of turn, unit can move 1 extra space. Grants bonus to units attack speed, defense, res during combat equal to the number of spaces from start position to end. Brutal Tempest is awesome. I want that. All right, this is already a way better. It's a better, yeah, it's a better unit than Athos. The one thing that sucks about like her being a legendary is like
Pity.
she can't be used as much. Like Arena is such a garbage game mode. Why would you bother?
You will pay for this. Sounds like a challenge.
Okay. They're showing us how this works. So she has her.
You dare oppose me?
Yeah.
You will pay for this. Pity.
Yeah, she's pretty good. All right, let's see what we got. This will be the deciding factor. Who do you pull for? All right. Let's look at this here. Let's just go down the line. Red pool. So we have new Astra, which is going to be... Is she the best unit on the banner? I don't know. She might be tied for the best unit on the banner. Because Nidhogger is just so busted as a Far Savior that I would almost argue that they're kind of tied. So you have the two best units in the banner. Unfortunately, you do have a spoiler in Rearmed Marianne, but Marianne is very good fodder. And she's a rearmed unit, so you can use her multiple times. So it's not a bad deal. Red, top right now. Blue, we have Athos. We have Emblem Celica. And then we have Tamara. That one's also very good. I don't think it's as good as red. Because my choice for the next best unit on the banner is either going to be Lyrior, I don't know, the dad of the tree, and Tamara. Those are my next two in terms of like the best units on the banner, and then after that would be probably Celica, and then Athos. So yeah, I don't even think he's the best. I think he's the worst in his own pool. But that's still, I mean, blue is still just slightly under red. We have green, which is, I think, the avoid at all costs one. Fogado is really good. Ash is no longer that great. And then we have Legendary Robin, who was busted, what was it, 2 years ago when he was released, and now it's just not that case anymore. So green is a skip. You don't want to pull on a green. And then colorless, I don't even think Athos isn't even the best anima unit on this banner. I think Gulaveg is better than him. Maybe I'm wrong, but colorless has Leror, which is huge, Gulaveg, and then Alir, male Alir, legendary male Alir. So it definitely comes in third place. So best is, red, then blue, then colorless, and then green. Should you pull? Look, for the past several years, the month of February has always been a banger. Like from like the desert banner to the Easter banner. So not including the Easter banner, but up to the Easter banner. Those 3 banners. So the new heroes that come out in February usually, the Valentine's heroes, and the desert heroes. Those 3, along with usually this banner as well, are it's some of the best. It competes with Christmas season and with Brave Heroes. I think every year for like the best time period in the game, and then also maybe the little tiny section from like the end of April to May where we get the bridal heroes and the fallen heroes. Like those are the 4 times of the year in which like we usually get some really good heroes, and this is one of them. So you're gonna have to think about what is coming down the line with the you're gonna have to think about what's coming down the line with the Valentine's banner and the new heroes banner that will come out in February. Other than that, like, I think once you find out those 2, which this banner might be around long enough for it should be around long enough, no problem, for the Valentine's banner to appear, but for the next new heroes banner to appear, I don't know. But it should be around long enough for that time. In fact, what is the time period for this? 210? Actually, we may not know by then, unfortunately. But we should know the Valentine's by then, for sure. I do believe. So, I would say wait and find out what those are. The problem with Legendary Ayra, even though she can deal with tanks, it's pretty much only going to be a Summoner Duels unit because Arena's garbage mode. You can't use her in Aether raids. Or you can only use her in Aether raids. It would feel better if like they lined up the 2 and they like crossed them and made them useful in both. Like they lined up the seasons so that like, I don't know, like anima is always with water or something like that. I would love it if they did that. And then keep the bonuses for each thing. So like only mythic heroes will give the bonuses in Aether raids, whereas only arena heroes will get the bonuses in arena. And I think that'd be fine. I just wish they would line them up so that we can use them interchangeably. That's the main problem with Ayra. like a lover, but that's the main problem. So, I gotta say, I would say wait for the Valentine's banner. You never know what's gonna happen. Like last year was what, Leon and Erica, and we know how that pretty much dominated things for what, 4 or 5 months. I can't even remember how long it dominated until finally we had a solution to it. Hey Rune's release in June, I think it was. That's when that we finally put a kibosh on, the kind of the dominance of that. So I would say look out for that. It's kind of something that we're gonna have to pay attention to. So, save your orbs. Wait and see. I would say wait and see. Red is definitely a killer one, especially if you missed out on Nidhogg. Nidhogg. I forget it. I can't do it. So I'm gonna be doing, maybe I'll do like my free one on red, and then I'll maybe wait. I don't know. I love Ayra. Like, she's one of like the original like units I really wanted in the game when she came out. So I love Larce as well, her daughter. So I don't know. I'll just have to see. So good luck to you guys all in your pulls. Overall, I think Ayra's gonna be really good. She's just limited in the mode she can play in, and then Athos, honestly, I think he's gonna be average. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's gonna do that great. So we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he's more in the line of like Saros when she was released. So we'll have to see what happens. So that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Good luck to everyone out there in your pulls, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Neptorka out. See you guys.